Welcome to Sounds of Brass.
Now, it's over to Peter Webster. In the Sounds of Brass newsroom, for this week's latest Sounds of Brass news.
Kirkby Stephen Silver Band will undertake an ambitious challenge in the form of a 24-hour playathon during June to raise funds to make the rehearsal space wheelchair accessible. The ambitious fundraiser will start at noon on Saturday the 21st of June and end 24 hours later at noon the following day. This linking in beautifully with the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. Commenting on the reason behind the playathon, band spokesman Ryan Taylor explained, "As a registered charity, we are always trying to find ways that we can give back to our community. But unfortunately, we have a huge stumbling block in our way, our lovely riverside premises being very old and not currently accessible to all, which is a real shame. So that we can make sure everyone is welcome, we are looking into creating a wheelchair-friendly entrance and accessible toilet facilities. We are in the early stages and have had an architect out to have a look, but we need to initially raise some money to have the plans drawn up. A few of our current members have more mobility issues and find the steep steps a little tricky. And we would love to be able to make the facility fully wheelchair friendly so we can welcome as many visitors as possible." The day will include the band's resident wildlife expert and baritone player Andrew playing a dawn chorus as the sun comes up with instruments mimicking bird song and someone creating a brass sound bass fusion of brass and singing bowls. There will also be a 24-hour quiz via the live stream too. A spokesperson for the band commented on social media, "As the longest day of the year dawns, so begins our greatest musical challenge yet. For 24 relentless hours, through day and night, rain or shine, exhaustion and euphoria, we will play pushing our instruments, our lips and our very souls to the limit. Can we make it? Will the music ever stop? Will we even raise the funds we need? There's only one way to find out. We need your support, whether you come to cheer us on, donate to our cause, or bring us emergency supplies of tea and biscuits, the British way. Every bit of encouragement keeps us going. Join us on the weekend of the 21st of June as we defy the limits of musical stamina and raise vital funds to make our rehearsal space wheelchair accessible. And remember, sleep is for the weak, but brass is forever." Donations to support the band can be made by PayPal via the band's website at www.kssb.org.uk/home. That's www.kssb.org.uk/home, or on its GoFundMe page. Cornet legend Tom Paulin has donated boxes of his personal music collection to Dalmellington Brass Band. Tom, a cornetist of outstanding ability who began his career with Dalmellington, moved down to England where he was appointed principal cornet with many leading brass bands, including CWS Manchester, the Gust Band, Grindtop Colliery Band and Hammond's Yorkshire Building Society Band. Throughout that period, he worked alongside conductors such as Alex Mortimer, Elgar Howarth, Howard Snell, Bryden Thompson and Gerard Swartz. During his career, Tom has toured many countries as a soloist, including France, Germany, Australia, Italy, USA and Canada. He performed as a soloist at the Royal Albert Hall, the Festival Hall, Queen Elizabeth Hall, the Sydney Opera House and Carnegie Hall. A graduate of various colleges of music including Trinity College of Music, London College of Music and the University of Melbourne, Tom worked with many leading orchestras participating in the contemporary field. In addition to being one of the finest cornetists of our time, he has also conducted Granite City Brass and was the musical director of the several bands in Australia, including Q Band in Victoria, one of the country's top outfits. We have been honoured that Tom has continued to follow the band over the years, popping into the band hall on occasions, and we are privileged that he has chosen to donate a lifetime of his personal music collection to us back home, where it all began. Commented by band manager Karen Lawrie. Everyone at Darmelington is delighted at this amazing gesture from Tom. He has been a huge supporter of the band and our players for many years, and this gift is another generous act from the Darmelington band legend. We could not be more grateful, and it will definitely certainly go to good use for years to come in both Darmelington Band and Darmelington Brass Academy. Yorkshireman Nathan Matlock is currently walking the length of Britain from Land's End to John O'Groats to raise funds for the Motor Neuron Disease Association. E-flat bass player Nathan, who hails from Todmorden in West Yorkshire, is supporting the charity after losing his father, a B-flat bass player, to the dreadful condition 3 years ago. On his travels, he is trying to visit as many brass bands as possible, and when he dropped by the St Quaher and District Silver Band rehearsal room, it was his 15th port of call. Accompanied by his faithful four-legged companion, Tease, Nathan is hoping as many as people as possible will donate to the cause and has set up a Just Giving page headed Walking Britain for Dad. A donation from the Sanquhar Hall will be heading that way in due course, especially as it is a cause particularly dear to the heart of one of the band's own players. Members over at Sanquhar Hall wish Nathan well on his travels, and if he and Tease ever finds himself in the area again, they will be more than welcome to join the band for another blow. After Europe, the world, following the commemorable overhaul 15th place finish at the European Championship in Stavanger earlier this month, the Cooperation Band have announced that they will now compete at the WMC World Music Contest World Championships in Kerkrade in the Netherlands in 2026. The band will enter Championship Division category, in which the current champions are brass band Vilbrook, who also won the current European title in July next year. The set work for the event, which must be included in an overall programme, is Mirage by Jean Dihorn, which will be made available to competitors from September. A spokesman for the Cooperation Band commented by saying, "We are honoured to be the first Scottish band to participate in the Championship Division in this outstanding event. It follows our recent success in Europe and reinforces our desire to be a competitive force at the major championship events. For the 2026 WMC competition, which is held every 4 years, bands will be given full artistic freedom in their programme after including the set work. The WMC, which celebrates its 75th anniversary next year, is a wind music festival based on contests for wind and fanfare band, percussion ensembles, brass bands, marching and show bands and conductors. Winners at Kerkrade can officially call themselves the World Champions for the 4 years until the next contest. Brass at the Seaside returns to St Anne's Bandstand Lytham across Saturday the 12th and Sunday the 13th of July 2025, bringing a full weekend of open-air brass music back to the Fylde course. The event is free to attend and continues to grow as a summer staple in the Northwest brass banding calendar. The venue, a Grade 2 listed bandstand with the Promenade Garden and just metres from St Anne's Pier, offers a picturesque backdrop for a broad mix of ensembles with a full programme across 3 days. From seasoned championship section performers to vibrant young groups, with events celebrates the full spectrum of brass banding. Supported by Lancashire Music Service, the lead organisation for the Lancashire Music Hub, the festival is co-organised by Helen Minshall, well known throughout the banding community as a champion of youth development and the driving force behind countless grassroots initiatives. Brass at the Seaside just gets better every year, says Helen. It's a great chance to showcase the breadth in our community and enjoy a proper weekend of banding by the sea. In keeping with the event's development focus, a bonus day on Friday the 11th of July will feature a Brass Foundation's Schools Music Day at AKS Lytham, where pupils involved in whole-class instrumental tuition across Lancashire will come together to rehearse and perform in mass ensembles. Headed up by Helen in her role as youth brass development specialist for Brass Bands England, the day is designed to encourage players nearing the end of the WCET year to continue their journey, ideally into local youth and senior bands. We want to get young players a reason to stick with it, says Helen, playing alongside others, tackling some exciting repertoire and working towards a live performance. It all builds up the enthusiasm that keeps children playing today. Brass at the Seaside is part of Brass Band England's National Brass Band Week from the 5th to the 13th of July 2025. Now in its second year, bands across the country are invited to join the movement by putting on their own events to celebrate the reach and relevance of banding in the communities nationwide. Events can be registered as part of the week. Following performances on the bandstand, an evening gala concert will take place at AKS Lytham. Tickets are priced at £10. Booking ahead is definitely advised, as we're expecting a lot again this year. With its mix of seasoned performers, emerging talent and seafront spectacular, Brass at the Seaside is a shining example of how accessible, inclusive and joyful brass banding can be. Do you need something to watch? Then the National Youth Brass Band of Great Britain Tidworth concert is now on YouTube. The impressive concert given by the National Youth Brass Band of Great Britain and featuring Isabel Dawes can now be enjoyed time and time again. The concert that was given by the National Youth Brass Band of Great Britain at Tidworth Garrison Theatre as part of this year's Easter concert under the direction of Colonel David Barringer, MVO MBE, can now be enjoyed on YouTube platform. Professionally recorded by Quill Media Productions and supported by the British Army of Music, the theme was Standing on the Shoulders of Giants and features soloists Isabel Dawes alongside music that ranged from Strauss to Wilby, as well as a brand new march called Echoes of Youth from the pen of Army musician Ashley Marsden. Live from the Sounds of Brass newsroom, that was your Brass Band and the Brass Band Entertainment World News.